Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to do an account overview for my account, which has plenty of money spent, okay? And I think we all know that dupe system came out around 2 weeks ago, maybe less than 2 weeks ago. And before that, I think on my account, I have around 250 legendary champions, maybe 250 to 300. And after that, I was able to empower a lot of champions, some champions, okay? And be able to fill the slots for Faction Guardian. But surprisingly, I was only able to do 4 out of 10 for my Demon Spawn Faction Guardian. I just don't get many Demon Spawn dupes, and that really affects me because a lot of arena meta champions are from Demon Spawn, and 30 accuracy resist and 10 speed, these are very huge stats. And I'm even able to do 4 out of 10 for Shadow King, but not Demon Spawn. So I think Duchess was my third red legendary on my account when I first started to play the game. I got Duchess very early on. And anyways, so in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the champions I have empowered and just kind of discuss with you guys the reason behind it. It's gonna be a fun video, so let's get into it. Alright, so let's see here. The first one, we got Rodos. Really nothing to talk about. Like, he is the champion I use the most in the current meta. Just Siphi and Rodos destroy everyone. If you guys haven't watched the video from last week, you can definitely check it out. World's strongest Rodos, baby. Alright, then it comes to Foley. This one's a little bit complicated. As you can see, this is probably the second best Savage Gear and Cruel Gear on my account. And you guys know that I have Tronda on my account. And the reason I'm putting my second best Savage Gear and Cruel Gear on my Foley is because I'm going to retire my Tronda. Like, I know it's a bit surprising, right? Because in my previous video, I said that even a baseline Tronda is better than a +4 Foley in terms of damage output. Look at this Tronda. This is probably world's top 300 Tronda. This is just a little bit above average, I guess. But this Foley here is quite strong. And the reason I'm doing that is I realized that in a lot of situations, when you're using Tronda, you don't really need Tronda's 2 hit. Usually you kill a lot of enemy champions by Tronda's A3, a single hit. You are able to kill the enemy champion. So I feel like a +4 Tronda is obviously better, the best nuker in the game. But if I'm going to compare a +4 Foley to a baseline Tronda, I would say a +4 Foley is gonna be sufficient for me. And he has this block revive. Just enemy killed by this skill cannot be revived. So I was able to put enemies squishy champion, just keep them dead basically. Especially if usually the champion I'm not able to kill with this Foley is champion like a super tanky champion like Necrit, Ursuga, or Duchess. Otherwise, it should be able to kill any champion in the game. Alright, then it's Solace. I think this Solace is also pretty strong, but I don't really use this Solace. Because if you want, in a top arena situation, if you want Solace to work, you have to have a team setup just for Solace. That team setup is gonna have Kymar lead and speed lead, then a Siphi. But I have changed my gear for my Kymar. I have built my Kymar to a resistance Kymar, so I'm not able to build a team around Solace. So even though I do have a very strong Solace, but it's basically just sitting there, and every time I see his stats just makes me feel better, and I think that's the purpose of my Solace right now. I just don't have a team set up for him. Then the next Mountain King I have, this is a +3 Mountain King. In fact, I have another Mountain King sitting in my vault. I can empower Mountain King to +4 and I have the stats ready. Like, I think this stats is very impressive, but I have to keep another Mountain King dupe for the Dwarf Faction Guardian. If I empower the Mountain King, sacrifice the dupe, I will lose the +10 speed. So every time I'm doing Sharp Pull videos, I mentioned that I was hoping for another Dwarf dupe. If I get another Dwarf dupe, I can empower this Mountain King to +4 and it will give him a huge damage boost, like 10% crit rate and 30% crit damage. So then next it comes to Robar. This is the hardest hitting AoE champion in the game. I know a lot of people forget about him, but he is the hardest hitting AoE champion in the entire game. and I was able to +3 my robot, and I haven't booked him yet. He's A3, the condition, like this is a very difficult condition because again, usually people don't build Nuker very fast. By the time he gets a turn, the enemy are pretty much not CC'd. And then it comes to Fushan. This is definitely a very good Nuker, but I didn't even put my Savage Gear on him. The reason is he deals a lot of damage, but in the current meta, at least for Upper Go 4 or Platinum Arena, Force Affinity is not going to work. It's not going to work in Arena offense, so I just don't even bother. Like I can definitely, if I have the resources, I can get one Fushan from the shop and just fully empower this Fushan, but I wouldn't do that. And then it comes to Astrolon. I think Astrolon is quite interesting. He deals a lot of damage and he has the right affinity. I put lethal gear and crit damage gear on him. Like I'm just waiting for my last Astrolon so I can give him a huge damage boost. But right now, his purpose on my roster is similar to Solus, just sitting there, and every time I see him, makes me feel a little bit better, and that's it. Alright, then it comes to Mashald. I also have a +3 Mashald, and I have another dupe Mashald sitting in my vault, but another Mashald is fully booked. I really don't want to sacrifice that Mashald to fully empower this guy. And plus, I don't use this champion except faction wars, but Mashald is definitely an amazing champion though. And then it comes to Necrit. Like, I think Necrit, we don't really need to talk too much about him. Like I have another Necrit here, but I would like to keep 2 copies. So basically shield set, super tanky, but in the current meta, I just feel like Ursuga is a little bit better than Necrit. And literally, I was the first one who were using Ursuga in Platinum Arena. Now Ursuga is everywhere. Then we have Arbiter, right? Nothing really to talk about, just build this champion as fast as possible. Alright, I think before the dupe system came out, there were a lot of discussions about like who you should build as your fastest champion, whether Sifi or Arbiter. Right now, the answer is pretty simple, like which champion you can build the fastest, so go with the fastest one. If you can +2 Sifi and you can't +2 Arbiter, you should definitely build Sifi as your fastest champion. And I just happened to have 4 Arbiter. I had 4 Arbiters on my account. I just went +2 this one, and I kept an immunity Arbiter. So then the Baronar, nothing to talk about. This is my clan boss, unkillable clan boss, damage dealing champion. The attack is pretty impressive. I was able to do probably 90 million damage on any affinity. Then this Gurgle, Gurgle just kind of out of the meta. I think it's because of Sifi's passive. Sifi's passive just has, I think it's 50% chance to remove freeze from all allied champions. So it just makes Gurgle very inconsistent. But I just happen to have a lot of dupes, so I empowered this Gurgle. And then Abbas, amazing champion. I didn't invest resources. If she is the only Nuker you got, you should definitely give her a try. Alright, then Ignatius. Again, I do not have a team set up for defensive Nuker, and plus Solus is just better than Ignatius. Yannicka, I don't use her at all. I used to use Yannicka against Kendraphone, but after Leoris came out, I just used Leoris. Alright, talking about Leoris, I was able to get another copy, and I just empowered Leoris +1. I think this is also very strong Savage Gear. I think Leoris currently is my most used AoE Nuker for Arena. I use Leoris more than using Foley because like this champion is so amazing. With his kit, he cannot be CC'd, so you don't really need an immunity on him unless you're going against Hegemon. You don't have to worry about Chorman or Sifi. He's not gonna get stunned or sleeped or freezed, stuff like that. And he has unkillable on his passive, and like he can also place a weaken. So when we're talking about damage, his A3 damage, we often just forgot about this weaken. Like this has some 4 point something multiplier, but this 25 weaken, if he's able to place the weaken, this is going to give him 25% more damage. That's a lot. And the funny thing is, his A2 and A3 actually deal similar amount of damage. So in a lot of situations, you don't really need a Kaimar to reset his cooldown because all these two skills are AoE and hit super hard. Alright, then Coronar, a PvE champion. I have a lot of Coronar. I just empowered him. And then Lydia, she takes physics as a dupe, but I decided still to give her physics in copy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't use Lydia a lot, but she is definitely an amazing champion. Maybe I'll make a video on her soon. Alright, Brachus, nothing to talk about, not in the meta. And this dude, Rule the Hound Master, I think I just have her prepared for the next Dark Elf only Dragons tournament. And that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, she is super amazing faction war. She deals a lot of damage. And then let me see if there are any champions that I could talk about. So alright, Ramantu, like I know a lot of people when this champion first came out give him a very low rating, but I truly believe this champion is one of the best arena champion in the game. Like all his kit is super good. I pretty much use him everywhere in arena, both offense and defense. And he has this aura, especially when I'm going against slow teams, slow and stall and high resistant team. I just put him as lead, and it will work. And then it's just Ursuga. Like I think this champion, the big lady here, Ursuga, she is the best defensive champion currently in the game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any copies, but I see people, pretty much all top 20 of Platinum Arena put Ursuga on their reset defense. And this champion is just super good, but she just kind of but Ramantu could be a solution to Ursuga because Ramantu can block her passive. Alright, then we have Sifi here. I built Sifi in a Swift Pair set like I always have. I only have one Sifi and I couldn't make my Sifi as fast as my Arbiter, so I go with Arbiter as my fastest champion. So Sifi is mainly used for Sifi and Roto's offense comp and arena defense. And then Hegemon, I think this is the Hegemon I use the most, even in the Sifi and Roto's comp. This is pretty fast and good accuracy, and in a taunting set, like in a lot of situations, I don't really need to use A1 as opener. I can just use A2 and take my chances to place a provoke on the enemy. And then let's see who we have here. Maybe Warlord? Like I have 3 Warlords, but all these 3 Warlords has its use, so I'm not going to crunch any of my Warlord. These Warlords are very important. One in Swift Parry for my arena defense, one in immunity, and one in fast and high accuracy. And then who we have here? Kendrafon, right? Kendrafon. It's a sad story for my Demon Spawn faction. I'm not getting any Demon Spawn dupes, so I'm not using any Demon Spawn champions. So it's unfortunate. Then it comes to maybe who else I'm gonna show you guys. Maybe this Brogni. I use this Brogni in arena offense a lot. High HP, high speed. If you have Duchess, you have no need to use Brogni. I just don't have a second Duchess. And then Tronda, the Savage Tronda is retired. Like I mentioned before, I don't use the Tronda at all. Since the dupe system came out, I literally haven't used her once. But this Immunity Tronda, in the other hand, I use this Immunity Tronda a lot. The immunity one is still very important. So maybe after I get more Dwarf dupes, I will consider empower my Tronda, sacrifice the other one. And then let's see my Kaimar. Like I said, in the current meta, everybody is using Warlord. That makes a resistant Kaimar so important. But this is not a very strong one because, like I said, my Demon Spawn faction doesn't have enough champion. It's a really huge pain for me, and we'll see how it goes. And then Molly, recently I just re-geared my Molly. Maybe you guys noticed the HP is super low. The reason I'm doing it is because a lot of people are building an A1 Hegemon, right? And the A1 Hegemon on the AI will always hit the enemy, the target champion with the lowest HP. So just make Molly the lowest HP on your team. You don't have to worry about A1 Hegi anymore. And then Duchess, I haven't upgraded my Duchess gear for like 3-4 months now. There's nothing I can do. If I want to build a resist Duchess with Swift Parry, that's the best gear I can go with. I'm just waiting for the Demon Spawn dupes for a Faction Guardian. And then it's really nothing special here now. Maybe that's all for Legendary Champions. For Epic, I think that Madame, like, in the current meta, it's very important to speed tune your Madame. You want to make sure your Madame is around 5 or 10 speed faster than your Nuking champion. You cannot build your Madame too fast. Like, I used to build my Madame at 230 or 240 speed. That's a very huge mistake. And I have to find a way to lower her speed because all my Nukers are at 200 or 210 range in terms of speed. And then this champion I just showcased, I think this dude is amazing. Like, especially when you pair this champion with Rhodos. Oh, by the way, after I released my last video, a lot of people in the comment section told me that this is female. So I don't know, like, there's a female named Ryan, so it's a little bit weird. So I always thought this is a guy here. Alright, so I think that's enough for the account overview. In fact, there were a lot of money spent on this account, but I was only able to get 2 plus 4 champions out of 250 or 300 legendary champions. And the Demon Spawn faction is just really a pain in the ass for me. Let me show you guys something interesting here. A screenshot for my for a roster from my clan Discord. Alright, let me take a look at this. Take a look at this, how many +4 this account has. I think this is the account belong to my clan leader Infinite. 2 entire row of +4 champions. A +4 Tronda, +4 Foley, like +4 a lot of meta champions. I think he also spent a lot of money, and another reason that he can do that is, I think it's because back in the days there was a system called clan hopping, which you can do 100 clan boss in a day and pick up 20 sacred shards a day. So I know a lot of old accounts, there are some like super crazy stacked account. I've seen account with 500 sacred shards. I'm sure that account worth a lot nowadays. Also, let me show you guys another interesting screenshot. Alright, so this is from my Discord server. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, but anyways, so this is a +4 in E3, okay? Look at this attack, over 9,000 attack. And I'm curious that if there's anyone in the world that has 5 in E3, I want to see if there's any in E3 in the world that can have over 10,000 attack. Because in E3 has the highest base attack in the game. I think if I have 5 in E3, I can try to build him to have over 10,000 attack just for fun, but I don't. So then next is Tronda, this Tronda here. This is 69 Boomers Tronda. I don't know, like, I don't know if he's okay with me putting this on my video, but anyways, look at this attack. Over 8,000, and look at this crit damage. Plus 286. I think that's the highest crit damage for Tronda I have ever seen. So I will have to say that this is probably world's strongest Tronda. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!
Thank you.